This is a quick screencast to show you what a choice activity is like. And using the examples of a cookery show, I'm going to show you one I've prepared earlier. In this particular choice activity, I have given the students a set amount of information that is here, and I've given them several topics to choose from, and there's literally radio buttons beside each topic here. And all of the information, as I said, is explained in this particular description section. What the student sees is those radio buttons, then the option to save my choice, and they will see a list of their classmates and then each one of the topics. And as you will see, nobody has made their choices yet. However, if we logged in as Alex and we made our choice, this is how it will look. I'm now logged in as Alex and I go to my group choice. I'll make my choice and say chemistry or sport, save my choice, and when the screen refreshes you will see that Alex's name is now allocated underneath his choice. If he decides he changes his mind and he removes that choice and he decides I want to go for chemistry or forensics, another choice, he just clicks save my choice again. This option to remove my choice is set by the teacher, so the teacher can decide to allow a student to change groups or indeed to restrict a student from changing groups. It's 100% in control of the teacher. Now, as Kira comes along, or Danielle, or indeed Dara, or any of Alex's classmates, they now will be able to see which group they can choose from. If they want to be in Alex's group, they will choose the chemistry or forensics too. If they want to study a different group and they want to avoid Alex altogether, they then can choose any one of the other topics. It's 100% up to you and up to the student, and avoids hassle for you and arguments from the classes. In this particular example, I've set limits for the number of students that's allowed to choose each group. When the group is full, this number will be replaced with full, and nobody else will be able to choose that group. So for example, if I set the capacity of this group, chemistry forensics, to be 5, once 5 people have made this particular choice, nobody else in the class will be able to make that choice until one of those people remove that choice and change into another group. Again, it puts the power back into the student and removes the hassle from a teacher's perspective. So what I'm going to do is log back out from Alex's account, and I'm going to log in as a teacher and show you how I set this up. I'm now back in as a teacher in this particular course, and editing is turned on. I'm going to click on the edit icon to show you the various different settings associated with a choice activity. Similar to all activities in Moodle, it's a name and a description. And you will see here in this particular instance of Moodle, because this is highlighted in red text, both of which are compulsory. The name of your choice activity, and indeed the name of all your activities, should be unique. And I will explain that in a later tutorial, but that's connected to an item called auto linking, and it will make life an awful lot easier for yourself if you make your name of your activity self-explanatory but also unique. So once you've inputted your name and your description, you then have the option to limit the number of choices per group, or indeed disable that option. In my case, I've limited it because most of my students will choose chemistry forensics straight away, and I will get 100 students all choosing the same topic. So by enabling it, I can set the number of people I want in each particular group, and I set it simply by highlighting the number going into that box and then typing a new number in there. You will note that I can have 6 as a limit in one group, 5 and a limit in another, 4 in another, and indeed 50 in another if I wanted. The limit is totally in control of the teacher, and you're not restricted to having the same limit for every single option. I have 6 options here, even though 7 are appearing on the screen. Because this remains empty, the student will not see this. Only 6 options will appear on the screen. If I want more, you just click add 3 more fields to the form. 7 and 8, because they're empty, as I said, will not appear on the screen. So if you want 9 options, and 11 will appear on the screen once you click on add 3 more fields, that doesn't matter. Only 9 options will appear whenever you have a text in this particular box. That's when it will appear on the screen for the student. We have the standard restrictions here, allowing your students to make the choice in between a particular time. In order to do that, they must activate this box, and then the restriction time limit can apply. Then you have, with regards to the miscellaneous settings here, how it's viewed by the students. I have the results displayed horizontally, and this results in the topics displayed horizontally, or the choices, and the student names displayed in a vertical row, a vertical column, excuse me. The next drop down one is publish the results. In the case of this example, it's always handy to show the students the results, because they want to make their choice as to who's in the group that they're going to work with, and make an educated or informed choice. You do have the option of not showing the students at all what the group is in, and showing it to them after they answer, or indeed showing it to them after the activity is closed. This would come into play if you decided to use a choice activity for a poll to gauge class opinion or something along those lines. In the case of group assignments and using the choice activity to allocate a choice of groups, I would recommend always showing the results to students. Privacy results, I would say publish the full results again, because the type of choice activity we're doing. Publish the full results showing their names and choices. But again, if it's a poll activity that I indicated earlier on, you may want to keep the results anonymous. You have the option here of allowing the student to update their choice, and I would click in here to keep the column, show the column for unanswered. And this is particularly handy from a teacher's perspective, because when they look at the screen, they'll be able to see which students you need to chase up to say, student X, you haven't made your choice yet, please log on to Moodle straight away and do it from there. The group settings, which we've mentioned before on countless occasions, and again within Moodle 2 you now have the restrict access options and activity completion options. So without further ado, let's show you what that actually looks like again, just to remind you. There's your list of choices, your unanswered columns. We had 6 options down, so 6 options became visible, and the description came here, and the student just clicks save buttons. As a lecturer, you will see the view responses. It's quite evident here because we've published full results, but if we had published anonymous results to be in there, so the student won't be able to see, but then a lecturer can click on these response buttons and see who has made the choice for what. Once you've done that, you of course can download the student group, download the file in Excel format, or indeed in a text format as well if you wish. The choices that's available to you there is you can pick particular choices and delete students from different groups. It's 100% up to you. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and please feel free to log on to my blog on handsomteaching.com, where you'll get a range of tutorials on how to integrate ICT into your teaching. Thank you very much for your time.